Mr. Lemba, can you do a video on a man not dealing with a woman's family? I never hear anyone speak on this matter. Shout out to Blake472. With that said, my brother, let's speak on that matter. This is the MLC. It stands for the Mr. Lemba channel. This is your host and your brother, Mr. Lemba. You guys already know what to do, so kick your feet up. Grab something cold to drink. It is time for the Red Pill Men to Talk. This is the vacation edition. Don't mind the echo in the background. I'm in the master suite, taking it easy. Had my feet kicked up earlier in the jacuzzi, cracking something cold to drink. But you see, I can't take a vacation from the Red Pill content, so here I am breaking it down for you guys once again. I had a video coming out on this subject already, brother. But since you brought this up, let me let this video be a prelude, a preview of what's to come on this subject. Now, I was going to talk about this subject when it comes to dealing with foreign women, and one of the major benefits of dealing with a foreign woman if you are bringing her over here. And one of those benefits is that she does not have family over here. And if she does, you find out which state they are in and pick a different state to live in. Why is this important? Because a woman is a follower and she tends to follow what makes her comfortable or what she is used to. In a future video, I will also talk about the two things that women follow. Stay tuned to that one, so you may continue to understand how to break down the mindset of the female and be better prepared to deal with the female. Now, you should never deal with a woman's family until she is fully yours. What am I talking about? I don't mean you should deal with her. You should not deal with her family until you sleep with her. I do not mean you should not deal with her family until you marry her, until you make her your girlfriend, until you are in any form of committed relationship with her. I mean, she has to be yours mentally and, most importantly, emotionally. See, the families of couples oftentimes tend to be wicked. They tend to start drama. They tend to get in your business. They tend to want to tell you how to raise your kids or how you should treat your spouse or your significant other, your girlfriend, your fling. You tend to have the sisters, the cousins, the female cousins that will come up to you. I like to call them the whole squad. They come up to you and tell you, what are your intentions with my friend? What are your intentions with my sister, my cousin? You should treat her nicely. I'm gonna come after you if you don't. Now they know she probably ain't ish, right? They've been at the parties with her. They seen her with the dancing bear. You know, those stripper parties where they blow down every stripper. Yeah, they seen those things, but they'll never tell you about it. They will look at you in your eyes and tell you to respect their whole friend, cousin, or sister, which you are about to get in a serious relationship with. Their simping male cousins, friends, brothers may also try to control the situation and make you the person who should cater to her, not holding her accountable for anything, right? They will tell you to make sure she is happy. The father may tell you, make my little girl happy. The mother may tell you, don't break her heart. But it seems like they never have any instructions for her. This is only the beginning of the troubles that they will bring to your lives as a couple. Keep a woman away from her family until she completely depends upon you for her emotional happiness. The first step in what you want to do is to spread her mental legs. Now, I lightly talked about this on a lighter video early on when I first started this channel. A lot more low budget than this one is. It's a video of mine called Mine F_CK. You need to spread the woman's mental legs. You need to get into her mind and cause her to have that mental orgasm. It is the most addictive form of orgasm. I mean, you must make you this woman's world. A woman is afraid of being dependent on a man, not because she can't buy her own things. Society is not afraid of women being dependent on us men because these women are really being abused. No. They are afraid because they know the power that a man holds over a woman once he is dominant. And the way to do that is to spread her mental legs. I mean, you need to make sure that this woman turns to you for advice because she has opened up her trust box. The one in her head, not the one between her physical legs. She needs to trust you. I'm not talking about you sneaking around with other chicks. I mean, she trusts you for sound advice. This is one of the ways to do this. Now, it is mild, but you need to have this woman come to you for sound advice on issues that she may have. And you may direct her at times or even lead her into making the proper decisions. When I deal with women, even if it's not serious, they like to call me if they have certain problems and ask me questions. Now, some of you guys say, I don't need all that from a woman. I'm only trying to pump and dump. Well, let me tell you something, brothers. You are not fully using that woman to her full potential. When you open a woman's mental legs, she will not just give you the poom poom. See, I've had women washing my clothes, cooking food for me with money that they have used to buy the food themselves, use their energy to cook it themselves, bring it to me, cleaning my clothes, ironing them, and having them ready for me to go to work. And these women do not live with me. You see, because I pour something more besides the D into her. So when you take this woman away from her family, you can't just sit her in the house. You have to put her to work. Okay? If you're not putting her to work, she becomes an idle mind. If she's not doing anything and just thinking up crap, she's going to stress you to death. You're going to get angry. She's going to try to find her family and claim that you are just making her miserable, and eventually your situation will be bad anyway. So, when you're dealing with that woman, you have to make sure she trusts you. You gotta pour something into her. Some of you guys are good with scripture. I made a video about this before. When you isolate this chick, you need to make her you. If you're going to pour some scripture into her, some Bible, some Quran, some Torah, you go ahead and you do that. If you are good with business, you may open an online store, give her a task, and have her perform it. Now, when she does a good job, applaud her. When she does a poor job, correct her. Don't lose your mind and get angry. Tell her where it is wrong. Fix it yourself. Make sure you look like you're unhappy about it, and don't take the sex that she's going to offer to try to make you feel better. But when she does a good job, eat the food that she makes, tell her she did a good job, and give her the best sex in her life. What am I talking about? I am training this woman to mentally obey me and depend on me. She takes pleasure now in fulfilling my task, in making me happy. 2 bullets we're going to cover. Don't let her sad face weaken you. And the other one, screen her family. Now, to continue from where I left off, she's probably going to look sad when she does not accomplish the task that you gave her the proper way. Now, remember I said not to snap at her, not to get angry at her. You just have a disappointed look on your face and you get it done. If she comes and sit next to you when you're trying to do it properly, don't push her away. Let her watch, show her how to do it properly, show her what you expect. Make it look a little bit more difficult than it is probably to fix it, and get it done. Once you're done, go eat something, lay down, shower, do whatever you gotta do, and don't look so happy. Don't be on the phone screaming, laughing, rolling on the couch. Don't be playing your video games all wild. Do something that keeps you looking calm, but you can still entertain yourself. Like put on some headphones, connect them to your phone or something, and listen to some red pill content. That's something you can do and keep a face that doesn't look very exciting. She's going to come to you. She's probably going to strike conversation. You could rub her shoulders, put your arm around her, rub her shoulders, kiss her on the forehead, tell her that, just give you some time, this little thing threw you off, but, we got it done, or we're going to get it done. And she's probably going to try to bring that sex to you. Now, remember, I told you not to take it. When you don't take that sex, that woman is going to probably look sad and wonder why. She's probably going to tell you I'm a failure. She's probably going to tell you that I let you down. And you're going to tell her no. Never believe that you let me down. Any failure of yours is our failure. Any failure of mine is our failure. We are a team. Now, for those of you who don't understand how to manipulate the female mind properly, not to abuse her, but to get her fully committed to you, you're probably going to go, man, that sounds weak. Man, that sounds beta. Man, that sounds like a simp. See, you don't understand. Just because I said we are a team, I did not say we don't have a team leader. See, I'm the leader of this team. I am the captain of this team. She's on the team, but she's not an equal on the team. Okay, the red pill is still here. This is just teaching you how to deal with that female. So when she looked that sad, this is what you tell her, and you let her know. And when she does it well, and she learns the next day or whatever it is, you give her that high five. You give her that kiss. You pick her up. You do that spin with her while she's in the air, in your arms. You got to let that woman know, me and you, baby. Me and you. You and me. Right? Because you are training her mind to understand that you are that solid cornerstone in her life. You need to let her know that a problem is not a big deal. You got it. Remember I told you, never tell a woman you don't have a solution? Don't tell her that crap. I explained a few things to you guys on how to get mad like a man. That was in one of my videos, how to get mad like a man. And also my video, guard your tongue against women. I told you guys, don't tell her you don't know what to do, you don't know, or things like, I don't have a solution. Tell her you'll find a solution, you'll get one. This is part of making her mentally attached to you. Now, why? Because in order to keep her away from her family and do your job properly, to get that woman dedicated to you in full submission, those things are important. They are nothing more than mental programming for those of you who don't understand this. Now, screen her family. Screening a woman's family is also very important. Now, I told you guys, you have to not deal with her family until, and I'm talking about until, you fully have her mentally. But if her family is completely wicked, evil, manipulative, asking for money, handouts, you don't ever want to deal with her family at all. You see, I'm not teaching you guys to be like the abuser that isolates the woman. I am telling you to be like the smart red pill man who keeps the woman away for a time of programming. In ancient times, in parts of
Africa, in parts of India, in parts of the Middle East, they would have these rooms where they would keep certain couples that were going to get married. Of course, not according to the system, because at those ancient times, you got married before God and family, and that was it. Before we had this legal crap nowadays that they call marriage, which is really mostly bondage for men, unless you know how to do it properly with utilizing all the proper loopholes. It usually is just a bad idea to get married according to the system. But they didn't have that back in those days. But what they did for training was they kept these couples apart, and they pretty much train their minds to depend on each other, to depend on what the opposite sex brings, and also train them to stay together. In this society, the closest thing we have to a training is what the red pill manosphere is doing right now. You have men who will teach you whatever you're looking for from a red pill perspective. Like, men who ask me questions like this are men who are currently in relationships or men who are planning on building them. All right? And we have red pill men who tell you to completely stay away from relationships. We have those who talk about just sex. We have those who talk about girlfriends, those who talk about marriage, but all from a red pill perspective. Now, to jump back into the subject, we red pill men have very good mental training. The women get BS training that blows up their head, have them believing that they are more than they actually are. Most women are not worth pumping and dumping, but yet they're out here demanding marriage and rings. Okay, this is something that we men have to keep in mind. These women are not trained. So even if you meet a girl that's a virgin, her mind is being polluted by so much garbage. You need to isolate her from family and all her local friends. She may talk to them over the phone, but you need to be that woman's world. They don't need to be telling her, oh, you need to go out and get a job. If you open a business, you put that woman to work at your business. She doesn't need to be worried about all that extra garbage that's making her a person of her own. If you want a woman to be her own person, you're looking for a man and you just don't know it. A woman is designed to take after the agenda of a man and push his agenda forward. I don't have a problem if she works. I don't have a problem if she has her own bank account. My issue is men need to understand that family members tend to put these women right back into what the media has been pushing. And eventually you find defiance. You find a woman who doesn't want to push your agenda. Because, see, you have to give a woman something to submit to. And I will give a shout out to Talleyrand the Great once again. If you guys are not subscribed to Talleyrand the Great, go ahead and subscribe to that brother's channel. He talks about that, and I believe he may have a series coming up on that, and I will also be breaking that down for you guys. Okay? Society will be programming her mind, so you need to give her a task, something to follow. Because otherwise her family will be in her ears. She will always go to them the minute you guys have problems. The minute there's an issue, she will run to them and create more of an issue. You have the mothers and the fathers who would just take their daughters in the house as if you're some kind of abuser and not let her come back home. I told you guys I was practically raised by the Haitian people. I was always raised around them, even though I myself am not Haitian. Where I learned from their culture, in traditional Haitian culture, if their daughter came back to their house angry, they would ask her, does he hit you? If he's not beating on her and she's not in any immediate danger, her father and mother would take her back to her husband and talk to them as elders, sit them down, speak to them, and make sure they fix the young couple's relationship and tell her, even though you're not fully over it yet, you must sleep at your husband's house because this is your home now. We cannot keep you guys separated by letting you sleep over at our house, even though they are her parents. But in this loose culture, family members will break you guys up. Keep that woman away from you, keep her mind in training, and make her yours. I hope that makes sense to you guys. It's a bad idea to have a woman around friends and families early on. Don't deal with her family or friends. I'm going to wrap this up. I want you guys to understand, do not deal with a woman's family or friends. You are dealing with her. There's a contract of agreement, some form of agreement. Whether it is before the law, before God, just between you two, you guys have agreed to make something happen. It is between you and her. The other person is spiritual, is the Most High, the creator of us all, not her mother, her father, not anybody else. Those people may be witnesses to you guys' agreement, but they are not part of the agreement. So keep them out in their polluted minds away from that woman. Women are easily influenced. They are open to suggestions and manipulation. You need to keep that woman during the probation period, where it's probably anywhere from 2 to 3 years, under your guide, under your pure, solid, absolute leadership, spreading her mental legs, getting into her mind, all right, giving her a task to complete, making that her life, having her run errands, going out and delivering papers. You may tell her, babe, you're gonna go and do your career when you're done, but for right now, I'm gonna need you to do this. Always come into that relationship with an agenda, so she does not go, I miss my family. She may talk to them on the phone, she may talk to them on the laptop, but you need to keep them away from her physically, because it's just a bad freaking idea to have them around with her, taking her out, bringing all these bad habits, her loose friends who don't respect your relationships. These loose friends are gonna take her out drinking. You know, they hollering at men knowing that she's a married woman or she's a woman in a committed relationship. You can't have that. That woman needs to be about your business. When she goes out, she's going out with you. If she's sick, she knows you got her back. If she's hungry, you're there. It's nothing more but programming that woman to depend on you emotionally. This is why a woman can make 10 times more money than a man, and she will come with that check, bring it to you, and tell you, what are we gonna do with it? This is a man that has that mental control over that woman. This is a man that has spread her mental legs and penetrated her and caused her to have that mental orgasm. This is something that you guys need to understand. Dealing with a woman's family is a bad idea. I just showed you guys why you shouldn't deal with a woman's family, because all the negative things that may come out of it, and I showed you how to keep her occupied and programmed until you are done with her. Then she may go ahead and deal with her family if she wished to, on a more physical level, day-to-day basis, and so forth. Because by that time, this woman is all yours. You have given her many agendas that she has fulfilled. If you guys have children, maybe after 2 to 3 years, you can also program that woman from there on to continue into another agenda, which is the kids, and having her understand that this is the only way you can raise these children is with me and you together. It won't work no other way. Give her lessons, pour something into that woman, pour some knowledge, some wisdom, some secrets, nothing that's going to incriminate you. Remember, watch what you tell a woman. Don't give her any weaknesses of yours. Don't do that. And it's pretty much it, guys. I'm not going to hold you guys much longer. I hope I broke it down decent enough, because just telling you that a woman's family is bad to get away from her is okay. To get away from them is okay, and keeping her away from them is okay, but it's not enough until I tell you what to do once you get her away from them. Because if her mind is idle and she's just thinking up random crap, she's only going to be a problem. You must learn how to occupy her properly. This is your boy, Mr. Lemba. I have more details on this video in the future. Anybody else who requests videos, those are coming. They're on their way. Vacation edition. Y'all take it easy. Stay blessed. Keep making your money. Stay red pill. Don't be out here getting in any trouble. Keep it smart. And stay away from them blue pill males, man. This is your boy, Mr. Lemba. Go ahead and subscribe to my backup channel. Peace.